What is up, guys? Welcome to another edition of the Market Marauder Show. We the market one trade at a time. If you're new to the Market Marauder Show, it's an investment channel, helps you to find the best deals in the market. If that's something you're interested in, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Definitely helps YouTube algorithm promote the videos. All right, in today's episode, going to be talking about uh, three of the top Web3 cryptocurrencies I think everybody should be watching. Now, Web3 is not here yet. It is currently in development, but there are some cryptocurrencies that are gearing up for the implementation of Web 3.0 that I think can take advantage of technology once it comes out. So just going to do a brief introduction of what Web 3.0 is. So Web 1.0 was from 1989 to 2005. It's also called static web, the first most reliable internet in the 1990s, despite only offering access to limited information with little to no user interaction. Back in the day, creating user pages or even commenting on articles weren't a thing. So if you remember way back in the day of dial-up, AOL, and even get into the early 2000s, there weren't really as many comments or interactions at all on web pages. So if you found a web page, it was just really a static web page, like the name suggests, and it just gave you information. So the web was used as just an information hub of where you can find information on different articles, just replacing libraries essentially, but there was no real integration or updates to them. Next, we have Web 2.0, which is what we're presently in, which started around 2005, which is the social web or Web 2.0. It's made the internet a lot more interactive thanks to advancements in web technology such as JavaScript, HTML5, CSS3, etc., which enable startups to build interactive web platforms such as YouTube, Facebook, Wikipedia, and more. And if you think of a lot of these pages, YouTube and Facebook, especially being very interactive, tons of comments, tons of data that's stored, tons of plugins on each one of these. And so just think of how different that is compared to just the original Web 1.0. So next we have Web 3.0, which is the next stage of web evolution that will make the internet more intelligent or process information with near human like intelligence through the power of AI systems that can run smart programs to assist users. And so, this is something, just a smarter internet moving forward that could help you be more predictive of some of the things that you have. And so, some of these things are already available out in the market. So, like Siri, Alexa, those will be forms of Web 3.0. Even like Google Maps, for instance, would be like a form of Web 3.0, but just building off of that foundation of just collecting data to learn more about what you prefer or what you like doing to help your daily life. And so, going to the first crypto on here, we have Ocean Protocol. So this is trading under ticker OCEAN or Ocean, currently at 77 cents. It's a decentralized protocol for unlocking data for AI. And so on here, the 1 hour, 24 hours, 7 day, 1 month, 3 month, and 1 year are all up on here. You have the ERC20, which is what the token is built on. So if you want to get it, you'll have to have some Ethereum in your wallet to convert over. You can get it on Binance, Kraken, Uniswap, SushiSwap, Polynex, and Bitfinex. So let's jump into some more information on Ocean Protocol and see what they're all about. So, tools for the Web3 data economy. Ocean Protocol unlocks the value of data. Data owners and consumers use Ocean Market app to publish, discover, and consume data in a secure, privacy preserving fashion. Ocean holders stake liquidity to data pools. Developers use Ocean libraries to build their own data wallets, data marketplaces, and more. Ocean data wraps data services as industry standard ERC20 tokens. This enables data wallets, data exchanges, and data co-ops by leveraging crypto wallets, exchanges, and other decentralized finance or DeFi tools. On here, you have the on-ramp and off-ramp for data assets into DeFi. And so this says Ocean makes it easy to publish data services, deploy and mint ERC20 data tokens, and to consume data services or spend data tokens. Crypto wallets, exchanges, and DAOs become data wallets, exchanges, and DAOs. Then on here you have the data marketplace with blockchain superpowers. So you have use Ocean Market to publish data, stake on data, or curate and buy data. Earn by selling, staking, or running your own fork of Ocean market. Data has automatic price discovery. Data is published as inoperable ERC20 data tokens. Compute to data enables private data to be bought and sold, and this decentralized exchange or DEX tuned for data. So on here you have the buy and sell private data while preserving privacy, and that is the compute data resolves the takeoff between the benefits of using private data and the risk of exposing it. Then it lets the data stay on premises, yet allows third parties to run specific compute modules or no compute jobs on it to get useful compute results like averaging or building an AI model. And so there's more information on here. It's just how it works. And so I think Ocean Protocol leveraging Web 3.0 data as well as going and using AI technology will help expand Web3. Data is going to be a big thing in Web3. The amount of data that you need to collect in order to run Web3 applications, I think it's going to be one of the linchpins for helping Web3 to be successful. And so Ocean Protocol, I think, is one that everybody should be looking at. So the next one on here, we have API 3. And so this is decentralized APIs for Web3. And so currently they're at $4.50. You can only get them on Uniswap, Uniswap V2, Uniswap V3, or SushiSwap. It is an ERC20 based token, so if you're going on Uniswap or SushiSwap, you will have to have some Ethereum in your wallet to be able to convert over to API 3. And so you may be asking, what is an API? Going on here, this is just a small little explanation of what an API is, because in order to understand what API 3 is, you really need to know what API is. And so API stands for Application Programming Interface. API is an acronym for, like I said earlier, Application Programming Interface, which is a software intermediary that allows two applications to talk to each other. Each time you use the app, like Facebook, send an instant message or check whether on your phone you are using an API. So what is an example of an API? When you use application on a mobile, the application connects to the internet and sends data to a server. The server then retrieves the data, interprets it, performs the necessary action, and sends it back to your phone. The application then interprets the data and presents you with the information you wanted in a reliable way. This is an API. This is what an API is. All of this happens via API. To explain this better, let's take a familiar example. Imagine you're sitting at a table at a restaurant with the menu choices to order from. The kitchen is part of the system that will prepare the order. What is missing in the critical link is to communicate your order to the kitchen to deliver uh, your food back to your table. This is where the waiter or API comes in. The waiter is a messenger or API that takes your request or order and tells the kitchen, the system, what to do, and then the waiter delivers the response back to you. And in this case, this is the food. And so API is basically just a communication pathway for sending and receiving data. And so that's just a simple way to think about API. But that is something that's going to be critical when looking into Web 3, especially with the large amounts of data that I talked about earlier that's going to be collected like in Ocean Protocol. And so this is the Web3 API economy, which is basically API 3. Create trustless applications that interact with web APIs, connect smart contracts to real-world data. API 3 is leading the movement from legacy third-party Oracle networks to first-party Oracle solutions that deliver more security, efficiency, regulatory compliance, and simplicity. So features DAO governed, so decentralized, trust minimized, and transparent governance. Data provided options, so first party oracles instead of third party middlemen. You have quantifiably secure, which they're saying they are quantifiably secure, which users insured against data feed malfunctions. Cross platform or real world data for any smart contract platform. And then these are some of the people who are already sponsoring it. And these are some of the investors. And so I think, it's going to be a pretty big thing moving forward. For some more information, I actually pulled up their white paper. So on here, it says read API 3 white papers, which I encourage everybody to do. But this essentially is their white papers for how they're going to be building out these APIs. Just reading some of the sections on here. Not going to read this whole thing, but it just goes into introduction, API connectivity problem, issues with third-party oracles as middleman. You have Air node, a node designed for first-party oracles, decentralized governance through tokenomics, and then on here you have quantifiable security through assurance. So it talks about decentralized API insurance, risk assessment, scaling solutions, and insurance. And so definitely very interesting article to read. But I encourage you to go read that, especially if you want to invest into API 3. Lastly, on here we have FetchAI. So FetchAI is artificial intelligence for blockchains, and their ticker sign is FET. They're currently trading at 46 cents at the time of recording. This is their 1 hour, 24 hour, 7 day, 1 month, 3 month, and 1 year. 1 year they're up 609.10%, and then 1 hour they're up 0.07%. They are ERC20 token as well, so bear in mind if you're doing the trading where you have to switch over from one coin to another, which will be Ethereum over to FET or Fetch AI. You will have to have Ethereum in your wallet. You can get them on Binance, Coinbase, um, Uniswap, Gemini, Bitfinex, Bitswap, or no, Bitstamp, and KuCoin, CoinX, and HitBTC. And so on here, just some background on Fetch AI. Their artificial intelligence for blockchains. Fetch AI is building an open access tokenized decentralized machine learning network to enable smart infrastructure built around decentralized digital economy. So that definitely sounds like just a mouthful of information. But as I go on, you'll understand more about what they do. And so at Fetch AI, so we build tools and infrastructures to enable a decentralized digital economy. Fetch AI is a Cambridge based artificial intelligence lab is building a decentralized machine learning platform based on a distributed ledger that enables secure sharing, connection, and transaction based on any data globally. Fetch AI's network is based around an open source technology that any user can run to connect to the network, giving access to the power of AI on a securing world scale secure data set to carry out the complex coordination task in the modern economy. On this network, a series of software agreements, no, software agents represent and act on behalf of their owners. Act on behalf of their owners. Sorry, this font is really small on my computer. These autonomous agents work to prevent and optimize service across a variety of ecosystems to benefit of both suppliers and consumers. The system has wide potential in many areas: financial services, users optimized trading, public transport networks, and could be reconfigured. Cities could intelligently adapt to usage by their citizens. The gig economy can be restricted or restructured, and energy networks can be connected in smart grid. And so, still a lot of information, but essentially, you'll have the machine learning portion, you'll have agents, and then you have cryptography. So, this is really the security part of it. These are the individual people, and these are the computer portion of it that is doing the calculations. And so the partners that they have are Bosch, Festo, Quintana. They have T-Mobile, which is Telecom Innovation Laboratories, Blockchain for Europe, Gia X, Immortals. They have just a lot of partners already. Binance, Kudo. So a lot of people are already on board with this, and then this is where they were found in the press. Going back on here, what helped me to figure out what they do is the use cases. So on here, they have use cases, which is at the tab right here at the top, which basically explains, some of the things that they can do. And so they have delivery agents. Each one has a video as well, which definitely will point you in a great direction. But they have delivery agents. So return value to local economies, unparalleled level of privacy and decentralized, keep to keep control of your data. And then on here they have autonomous AI travel agents, which I think is a pretty cool concept. Next they have smart cities field trial. And so this is just controlling smart cities. The smart city zoning trial in Munich, Germany, launched in context buildings that utilizes multi-agent blockchain-based AI digitalization services to unlock data and provide smart mobility solutions in its commercial real estate properties in the city center. And so they basically used AI to control this entire building. And so I think that's a pretty cool concept, especially using it on the back on crypto. And so commodity exchange, decentralized finance, that's so basically what we're in right now. Next, we have collective learning. The FetchAI collective learning module is a tool that enables disruptive or distributed parties to work together to train machine learning modules without sharing the underlying data or uh, trusting any of the individual participants. This is particularly useful in scenarios where personally uh, indefinable information or PII is involved, com- which cannot be shared. Okay, so basically, what this means is that when you're doing or dealing with artificial intelligence, you have to train the model, and so people I think have a misconception of artificial intelligence as being something that you just plug it on and it knows everything. No, these models, these mathematical models that are used in machine learning, it's called machine learning, so it has to learn the different things that you wanted to do for a specific task. And so this is basically saying you can train that model because it is a worldwide network or it is such a large network that everybody can train this model for their specific applications without, having sensitive data being shared, which I think is a cool idea as well. You have signs agent, so this is where T-Mobile comes into play. So traffic assigns with the ability to communicate with vehicles will add additional insight to their journey. So this is just a prototype as well. Pretty cool video talking about software and vehicles. You have supply chains, which I think something is going to be very important in the near future, especially in 2022. Solving those supply chain issues with IoT, I think is something that's going to be very crucial for any sort of networking moving forward. IoT, I think, is something that is very um, useful in the world moving forward, and definitely going to be looking to see how that can perform moving forward. But this is, one of the solutions that can help with the supply chain. So even going to the stock side of it, supply chain has definitely plagued a lot of people, and there's a lot of issues with supply chain. So having a solution, especially Fetch AI being one of the companies that's currently working on it, definitely going to be looking at that. And then you have transport mobility. You have rail. We're talking about rail system for autonomous. You have smart parking and congestion solutions. So that could help, especially within airport parking areas or grocery stores or wherever you frequent having parking. You have smart e-mobility and electric vehicle infrastructure. You have thermometer agents, and so that could definitely help with regulating temperatures in different places, energy, smart homes, decentralized trade networks, publications, and so this is just talking about the peer-reviewed papers on how the different technology works. Centralized trade network, pretty self-explanatory, and then smart homes, which I think is something that most people or most consumers are interested in, especially when it comes to having servers and monitoring power and energy consumption. And so Fetch AI, I think, has large amounts of application. Currently, it is trading at 46 cents per coin at this current time. And so, out of the three cryptocurrencies that are on here, which one do you think has the most potential? Make sure you drop it down below in the comment section. I think all three have huge potentials moving forward, especially Fetch AI and API 3. Ocean Protocol, I think, has great applications as well. Just you'll have to dive more into this and do some more due diligence just to understand all the vast array of things that they can do, because each one of these coins has multiple applications that could help Web3 moving forward. So while you're down in the comment section, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Definitely helps YouTube out promote the videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace and good luck to everybody out there trading.